Infected by Martin Sargent is brought to you by Red Lobster.
Wow, this seafood is so fresh, it tastes like the sea.
Hell yeah, motherfucker, that's because at Red Lobster we ship all our seafood on jet airplanes.
Jet airplanes?
That's right, motherfucking jet.
Wow, jets.
You know, I just saw your date getting finger banged by the payphone.
What?
Come to Red Lobster, where you stand a very good chance of finger banging a motherfucking somebody bitch by the payphone or near our bathroom.
Red Lobster for the seafood lover in you. How do you do? Now for a game that's new, it's time to play Who's Poos?
That's right, it's time to play everybody's favorite celebrity feces guessing game, Who's Poos?
Yes, it's true, even stars make poo, even Tom Cruise. Who's Poos?
The premise is simple. We had Joey sneak into various high-power Hollywood talent agencies and disable the flushing mechanisms on the toilets. Then, posing as a plumber, when a big celebrity exited a stall after depositing a bowl full of feces, Joey snapped a digital photo of their droppings.
What a clever ruse, we photographed stars' poos. Now it's time to play Who's Poos?
Tonight's contestant is Clark Funberry from West Covina, California. Hey, Clark.
Hi, Martin. I'd like to say hi to my son, Rory. He loves poos.
Hey out there, Rory. Keep pooing. Okay, Clark, we have a high-res digital photo of a big Hollywood celebrity's poos. You'll notice that these particular poos, though tiny, are quite solid. I dare say, rabbit pellet-like.
Wow, those sure are some cute little poos.
Indeed they are. And notice, Clark, whoever made those poos enjoys salads.
You understand the rules, and now you got your clues. Now it's time to choose Who's Poos?
Clark, are you ready?
I've been playing the home game for years. I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Okay then, do those tiny but firm poos belong to humanitarian homewrecker Angelina Jolie, TV funny man Adam Carolla, or Master and Commander himself, Russell Crowe?
Wow, that's a tough one. But looking at it, based on the size and consistency of those poos, I've got to say they definitely probably plop delicately from the gorgeous ass of one of our finest actors, Angelina Jolie.
Judges? Oh, I'm sorry. In actuality, those poos were formed in the rugged colon of that swarthy, angry man from down under, Russell Crowe.
Clark got the poos confused, but he didn't lose. It's time for round 2 of Who's Poos?
Okay, Clark, maybe you'll have a little better luck in round 2. Look deeply at the photograph of that toilet bowl. Clearly, those are the poos of a distressed individual. There are a great deal of poos in that bowl, and they are far from solid. A great mess of chaotic poos.
That's an ungodly amount of poo. I've never seen anything quite like it.
You can't refuse, you got your clues. Now it's time to choose Who's Poos?
Do you think those wild, untamed poos burst forth in great fonts of angry brown hues from the ass of curmudgeon commentator Andy Rooney, Jurassic scale film director Steven Spielberg, or the sexy yet volatile Cinderella man himself, Russell Crowe?
Oh, wow. Well, based on the sheer scope of those breathtaking blockbuster poos, I'm going to have to go ahead and say Steven Spielberg.
Judges? Oh, Clark, I'm afraid those freewheeling, reckless poos belong to the wild, fiery film actor, Russell Crowe.
Wasn't Spielberg's poo, though Jews poo too. Time for round 3 of Who's Poos?
Okay, Clark, last chance, or we'll have to flush you. Now, look at the photo of this toilet bowl. Dear Christ, that's a 5 or 6 flusher. Is that Sammy Sosa's bat? It is truly a great poo.
Well, In America, Martin,
Clark's got the blues, paid his dues. He needs good news, a new pair of shoes. Who's blues?
Clark, the poo is strong in that bowl. A work of art. But who is the artist? Was it media tycoon and strong black woman Oprah Winfrey, fair and balanced newsman Bill O'Reilly, or hunky yet given to bursts of unprovoked violence against the peasant class, Russell Crowe?
wow, those are three powerful choices. For one powerful poo, Martin. But I can just envision that poo loping out of the ass of Oprah Winfrey. A grimace of pleasurable pain on her face, makeup running down as she fights to overcome another of life's obstacles, namely that giant poo.
Judges! Oh, I can see how you might think that such a wondrous Smithsonian caliber poo might have been a Harpo production, but that splendid poo was actually wrought from fire and steel in the foundry-like ass of the always dangerous actor, Russell Crowe. I'm sorry it didn't work out for you, Clark, but we have some nice parting gifts for you. A partial piece of poo that we're 98% sure came from the ass of either Daryl Hall or John Oates.
Wow, that's great. I'll cherish this, and I really enjoyed it. I had a great time.
You were a great contestant, Clark. Well, like a dangling poo, I'm wiped out. Join us next time on Who's Poos? Yes, it's true, even stars make poos, even Tom Cruise. Who's Poos? Who's Poos?
Poo.
Infected.
Hello and welcome to Infected, the pussy-cisted men festering on the interface of digital culture. I'm Internet's Martin Sargent. Of course, I'm sitting around the stained and sticky kitchen table of Casa del Sarge with two great Americans, Joey and the Gator. What is up, dogs?
Hey, Martin. Good to be back. Haven't been here in a while.
That's right. It's been a powerful long time since we've given you a Sarge cast. I just want to make it plain right off the bat here. It's not my fault. Basically, Joey and the Gator are downright unreliable. I've actually been thinking about replacing them with my TV friends Sean Hannity and Alan Combs.
Martin, look, I know we haven't been around very much. Joey, I can't speak for you, but I apologize, and I can tell you that I'll be back. I'm not going to stray too far from home anymore.
Where'd you go? You said you went on a fishing trip.
Well, I ended up in Reno, and I was playing in one of those those bar shuffleboard games. You ever played those where you do shuffleboard?
Yeah, love that game, yeah.
I got in a big money game. I lost a lot of money. I met some girl at a Shoney's, a little waitress, and she was sweeter than fucking honey, man. But she ended up stealing my truck, and I got back here now. So I don't have a truck. I have no money, so I'm going to be close to home. In fact, I might be living on your couch.
Joey,
where have you been?
I've been hitting the bottle pretty hard.
Joey disappeared for about a week and a half.
I didn't see Joey and Gator for weeks and weeks on end. I was worried sick about both of them.
We're back now.
Handy and Combs, they're all right. They're funny. They can't agree on anything, those guys. It's just wild watching those two. But I don't think they're right for the show. You guys are the only people who can be on Infected. And this is a new year. And let me tell you, brother, 06 is going to be different. You are going to be overwhelmed by all the episodes of Infected you're going to get. Your hard drive won't be able to hold them all. You're going to have to erase some of that scat porn just to make room for all the GD podcasts you're going to get in 06. Who's Pooth?
That is one wild game. Play that. Who the hell didn't know that those little rabbit things are Russell Crowe's? Tight. Russell Crowe keeps it tight down there.
You know what? This is a new year, and you know what my New Year's resolution is?
What?
It's to Sargecast with wild, reckless frequency. And I'm going to do that. I'm also going to stop getting in bar fights because I've been 86 from like every Applebee's in the greater LA area.
You know, I've had to save your ass from about 16 bar fights just in the past few months.
Well, you know, you ever smash a plate of riblets in someone's face? It provides a powerful sense of well-being. But enough is enough. I'm not going to do that anymore. You got a New Year's resolution?
Yeah. Well, first off, it was to quit drinking all that peach schnapps and driving around drunk and going to the airport and getting whores and doing that kind of shit. But after I lost my truck, my New Year's resolution changed. It was to start smoking cigarillos, not cigars, but also to get my truck back. That's my New Year's resolution.
That's a nice It's a nice vision for 06.
That girl was only 19. I'm gonna find that bitch.
You know what I should do is stop drinking. I'm about a 7 on the hangover scale tonight. It's nighttime too. I've been hungover all day, and I'm drinking again. You know, I can't drink like I used to. It really bums me out because drinking is more or less the only thing I've ever been good at in my life. And whittling. I'm very good. I can whittle a flute out of a white pine branch in like 10 minutes.
Do you ever whittle soap, like ivory soap, little bars of soap?
I can whittle soap. I can make a little whistle on there. You think it was Jethro Tull playing with that little whistle. I'm a crazy good whittler.
You know about that eBay crap. You think I could sell some soap carvings on eBay?
Yeah.
I made some really nice little carvings.
I bought a Filipino boy on eBay once.
Did you?
Shouldn't have done that.
I think I saw him in your garage the other day.
He's out in my touching shed.
He says his name's Pim.
He's still out there.
Speak a damn word of English.
Kid, you're old. You clearly got a drinking problem. I mean, do the hangover, do they get worse with age?
Oh, I tell you, man. Hell, they really do. People complain about it, but when you're my age, man, you know what. If you get real good drunk on, a real good Saturday night drunk on, you don't get over that till maybe Tuesday, Wednesday the next week. You know, they get worse for sure.
But you keep at it, don't you? Keep getting back on that horse.
Well, you know, it's the only time that I really feel some freedom in my life, when I'm just speeding down the road with my head out the window, driving my little red truck. I just beat off and touch myself all over.
All right. Time for tonight's first check of the high-tech tech news ticker. So from now on, Joey, when you're out there photographing the poos of celebrities for our hit fecal guessing game, Who's Poos, I want you to bag up those poos and bring them to me, because those poos are worth a fortune. And not just poos, I might add. Bag up whatever comes out of those celebrities' bodies, or cut something off if you have to. I'm fucking broke. I need the money. Get me Don Cheadle's pinky toe if you can. I need that. I could sell that on eBay.
Who's that Don Cheadle?
Don Cheadle is one of our greatest Americans. He's a national treasure. You see him in that Hotel Zambia?
Is he black?
He's a black man.
He lives like right around the block from you, doesn't he, Don Cheadle?
No, you're thinking of Mecky Pfeiffer.
He is wonderful.
Anyway, the AFP reports that actor William Shatner is auctioning off one of his kidney stones for charity, and the reserve price is set at a whopping $25,000 at goldenpalace.com.
I got a bid in on that already.
Do you?
Yeah.
You wear that around your neck.
I'd make bore a tiny little hole in it with my drill press and put some fishing line and just wear that little stone around my neck.
Well, here's what Shatner said. When I was contacted about selling my kidney stone for an original price of $15,000, I turned it down, knowing that my tunics on Star Trek have commanded more than $100,000.
Martin?
Yeah?
You do a real nice Bill Shatner.
I wasn't even trying until the end there, and I fucked it up.
That was good.
You know what? I want to buy Lieutenant Worf's scrotum sack and keep my dragon dice in it. That's what I want to do.
Why would you think Lieutenant Worf's scrotum sack might be up for sale?
I don't know. But Joey can get out there, get a sling blade, and go hunting that thing. Wouldn't that be a nice little thing, little pouch, keep your dragon dice in, your 20-sideds, your 8-sideds? Bring that to the Dungeons and Dragons game. That's going to turn heads. Well, everyone's got chainmail. I got fucking Lieutenant Worf's scrotum sack.
Thread around the top of it with some cat gut. You just pull it tight. Keep your keys in there. Keep anything in there.
Yeah, but, you know, we're kind of straying from where I want to go. Back to the important thing, celebrity poos. This website I found, blackpitchpress.com/celebrityskin/film.htm. They're selling shitloads of it. Shitloads of...
What, celebrity poo?
Celebrity poo. Check it out. Look at this. Jack Black's poo is going for $92. Really? Gary Busey's poo, very undervalued, only $23 for his poo. Dr. Drew's, they're having an overstock sale of Drew's poos, $7.95 for Dr. Drew's poos. And you know, I should say, Dr. Drew and I have the same manager, and I wonder if he takes 15% of Dr. Drew's poos, like he does anything I make. Not that I've made him any money.
I would pay money to get one of Gary Busey's poos, I think.
When you buy poo off the internet, what sort of packaging do you think it comes in?
Like in a mason jar floating. I would think it floats.
And how do you store poo when you buy it? What do you do?
I think once it's floating, it's gonna hold. But it would be nice to get it in a little something flat that you could put on the wall.
Well, yeah, I'd like to put it in my menagerie, my glass menagerie with my little porcelain animals.
You know what? I bet. I wonder if you can whittle poo.
That's a good. I could whittle a flute out of poo.
Little figurine out of Gary Busey's poo.
Maybe celebrity poo is magical and always stays fresh. That's what I'd like to think, anyway. I'd like to go through life under that supposition.
You know the weirdest things that we're talking so much about poo tonight? There's a poo smell in my house, and I don't know where it's coming from.
Not from me. I haven't had a BM in about 2 weeks. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me.
Well, you're better than Joey. He hadn't pooed since, like...
That's right. Joey, I don't think you pooed since we went down to Mexico.
How old are you, Joe?
24 now.
24 years old, Joe.
Joe hasn't pooed in 6 years.
I don't think this website that you buy the poo on is real, actually, which really bummed me out because I tried to plop down $23 for a turd from the ass of Chris Matthews, and I tried to put it in my internet shopping cart. Nothing happened, which kind of bummed me out because I wanted to clone Chris Matthews and have him live in my shed with my Filipino boy, Pim.
Chris Matthews.
Hardball.
He's a magical man.
He is. You know, we're going to talk a little bit more about cloning later, but first, we obviously, we got to take a short break so I can coax Joey to shit in a coffee mug.
If you could clone anybody on Earth, I mean, clearly Chris Matthews is in the top.
We're going to talk about it later. We're going to talk about who you would clone. Joey, shit in this mug. I got to pay off my gambling debts.
Just rake one of his danglers.
We'll be right back.
Infected by Martin Sargent is brought to you by Red Lobster, where you can eat all the seafood you want and score drugs.
I am high as fuck. Man, that shit's OG, dog.
More seafood, sis?
No, dude, I'm square.
How about I kick you down a grip?
What? Red Lobster for the seafood lover in you.
Bring your appetite and bring any kind of drug you have too.
Infected.
All right, we're back. So, Ed Gator. Yeah. What do you think of Chinese people?
Well, I like him very much. I think the world of Chinese people.
Yeah, fuck you then. You know what? I'm personally not too fond of the Chinese.
I used to live in China. I speak Chinese.
No, really?
对啊，我会讲中文啊。我以前我就在台湾。
Don't bring that jungle language in my house. You know what? I disdain the fact that the Chinese people are good at math and they work harder than me. You know, I'd like to suplex or dropkick a few of them little guys, but I can't, obviously, because, of course, they're all masters of karate.
That's true.
I actually didn't mean any of the things I just said right there about the Chinese. In fact, I actually have no problem with the Chinese peoples. But the point is, what I was trying to do by saying that Chinese people are good at math and good at karate was to show you, Gator, how awful prejudice is. Prejudice is a cancer on this nation. I bring this whole thing up, this whole big issue in our society, because I found this website called the Google Prejudice Map. You can find it yourself at blog.outer-court.com/prejudice. Now, basically what this dude who created it did was he did a Google search on every nationality by searching on, for example, Germans are known for, and then Canadians are known for, etc., etc., etc. And he collected the top results, and that is, according to the collective opinion of the world's websites, what most people think about those nationalities.
That is quite a little study. So,
Well, we got the time. Let's see what the various peoples of the world are really like, according to the Google Prejudice Map. So, the most popular search results for the search Turks are known for were hospitality and using weapons.
like scimitars.
You would think those two are mutually exclusive. Very hospitable. Oh, yes, I would like some more tea, Akbar. But then he pulls out a shoulder mounted rocket, like, blah!
Hospitality only goes so far, then they're going to horribly wound you.
Ethiopians are known for big eyes and rock-steady records.
Makes sense.
I didn't know that. Does that make sense? I thought that they were known for starving to death.
Well, you got to listen to something when you're going hungry, I suppose. Rock steady, right?
Bono may have fixed that whole
Well,
story.
Bono's pretty much kind of...
The rock star activist Bono.
Bono fixed my sciatica. Hey, what are Mongolians known for?
Mongolians are known for singing, wicked sense of humor, and patience.
Patience. Like the Guns N' Roses song?
Yeah, you gotta have a lot of patience if you live in goddamn Mongolia.
Wicked sense of... Those Mongols are real cut up.
I'm very patient. We've been waiting 400 years, 2,000 years for plumbing. Let's continue to be patient. But yeah, they really do have a good sense of humor. Have you ever heard a Mongolian tell a joke? They are hilarious people. Hilarious.
If you lived in a yurt tent in 40 below weather and had to cut firewood on a plane for your only heat, you'd have to have a good sense of humor too.
And a great deal of patience, I would say. And you might want to sing a few songs around the campfire as your only source of warmth when it's 20 below out on the...
Knock back a big cup of yak butter tea.
I'm a history buff. I know you speak Chinese. I'm quite impressed by that. But I used to study the Mongols. Did you know that in addition to being pretty good at rape and decapitation, Genghis Khan was also known for telling a pretty mean knock-knock joke? It's true. And also a soldier friend of mine over there in Iraq, he's serving Iraq, God bless him. He told me that the 121 Mongolian troops that are part of the Coalition of the Willing, they're real cut-ups. They really boost the morale of the entire American force over there.
They're a fun-loving gang.
They really are.
Hey, do you know how I learned Chinese?
No.
I got these tapes on one of those mail order things on late night TV, and I just listened to it driving around in my truck drinking peach schnapps. About 2 weeks later, I could speak perfect Chinese.
How do you say Mongolians are real funny?
蒙古人是好玩的人。
Yeah, maybe. I think you need to get expansion pack 2 of those tapes, pal.
蒙古人很会说笑话。
Oh, that sounds a little better. Speaking of Iraq, what do you think they're known for, according to the Google Prejudice Map? I would guess that they'd be known for getting fucked by 2 evil dictators back to back. But according to the Google Prejudice Map, they're known for being spontaneous, defying danger, and revenge. No, that's great. That's wonderful.
Revenge. That's just kind of chilling.
They're known for their spontaneity. They're like, hey, Akbar, what do you feel like doing today? Well, let's go climb a different rubble pile that used to be a hospital.
You know, if I were an Iraqi, I'd be pissed though at that Bono. He's always over there in Africa saving those people. Why the hell didn't Bono come over here and do a little stuff? Come over here and do a little mission.
Apparently you didn't see his last concert down at the Staples Center. That was the only mission I needed. He was on fire. All right, finally, what are we? We're Americans. We're the greatest country on earth. The leaders of humanity. What are we known for? I would guess, not knowing, that we're known for compassion, being liberators, walking in the footsteps of Jesus.
USA!
But that's not true. According to the Google Prejudice Map, we're known for strength.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
Dislike of walking. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't walk.
I don't walk anywhere either. Geniality and hospitality. Guarding their rights. And anti-Muslim politics.
That's a lot of things to be known for.
But I don't know about that. What the fuck is that anti-Muslim politics thing? That's crazy. The Bush administration should shut down Google for that. They should shut down the whole internet. That's un-American. Internet can't say that about us. We're the greatest country on earth. We liberate Muslims. I saw a whole thing about it on Fox News, Gator. Hannity and Combs was going back and forth about it. Hannity won.
Those guys get after it.
They can't agree on anything. One likes salt, one likes pepper.
They both don't like walking, though. And neither does the Gator. I was thinking about getting one of those rascals for inside my house so I could go from the couch to my fridge on one of those little electric rascals. Go over there and get some milk.
Put a diesel engine in there.
Yeah, get one of those lifts on my stairs so I could get in, lift it.
Speaking of the news, it's time tonight for our second check of high-tech tech news ticker. So I told you back when I was talking about buying a turd from the ass of Chris Matthews that we would be talking about a little bit more about cloning this evening. Well, you know, have you been reading about this Korean scientist, Professor Hwang Woo-suk?
Oh, of course I have.
He was disgraced for faking the results of his cloning experiments, to the delight, I might add, of born-again Christians who think it's evil to use stem cells to heal the sick and broken and allow the disabled to walk again. You know the guy I'm talking about?
Yeah, everybody knows that guy.
Yeah. Well, according to the Korea Herald, fantastic newspaper.
Good little rag.
I read it on the internet. My pal, His Holiness Rael, you remember him? If you ever watch on Scoot, you know Rael, the guy in the white robes, runs a UFO cult called the Raelians. Got about 70,000 members.
Ex-French race car driver.
He was a French race car driver before he got visited by aliens. He's actually the son of an alien. Must have been a damn good-looking alien, because that Rael, he's a real looker. With that little ponytail he's got.
He's a handsome man.
Certainly is. Anyway, according to this Korea Herald, Rael has offered Professor Hwang a job at the UFO cult. because they're big into the cloning.
That's sort of like Huang would just sort of be like throwing in the towel on that one.
I disagree. I think that Huang should take that job. I mean, I'll bet those Raelians got one hell of a great 401k program.
You know they're having orgies.
Lots of orgies.
Big time orgies up there.
And a no HR department to keep you from banging other members in the organization.
Clone. Yeah.
He says that Rael says, quote, Huang has been discredited as he wasn't in line with what the political and religious powers of this world wanted regarding cloning technology.
He's got a damn good point.
Doesn't he? Rael also says that today's cloning technology is the first step in the quest for eternal life. Once we clone exact replicas of ourselves, the next step will be to transfer our memories and personality into our newly cloned brains, which will allow us to truly live forever. And I don't want to live in a world that doesn't have a Rael living forever in it.
That is comforting.
I hope that cloning is real. I hope it becomes a reality soon.
I hope I can live forever, too, because, I don't know, man. You just get Shoney's is always coming out with new specials and stuff on their breakfast.
I hope I live forever, too, because up till now, I've fucked up real bad, and I need a lot more time.
I could use another crack at this whole thing.
I need another time around, man.
You're not kidding, man. A little fresh start.
Hey, Gator, if you could clone anybody, living or dead, who would you clone?
Wow, that's a tough. I'd probably clone that gal down at the Texaco station near where I work, or that actor Brian Dennehy, because I really, really love his work.
I'd clone Michael Jordan. He is awesome.
Well, that's just too easy. He is awesome, though.
Anyway, this whole business of cloning or even resurrecting celebrities, it may not be as far off as you might think. In fact, our friend, the came out of retirement after being holed up and drinking in Laurel Canyon Hollywood entertainment correspondent, Johnny O'Banion, he's done a little nosing around, and he's discovered just that. Listen to this.
And welcome to View from the Canyon with Johnny O'Banion. Thank you very much. This is Johnny O'Banion coming to live from the tippity top of lovely Laurel Canyon, Los Angeles, California, with all the entertainment news you need to know. First off, Angelina Jolie, pregnant. Everybody's shocked. Aniston didn't see it coming. Worst of all, for Jenny A, my sources say the baby's fathered by Brad Pitt. No! Jolie's getting her jollies with old Scratch Beelzebub, the man down below. Yes, Miss Save the Baby's carrying a demon seed. Right on Hepcat Devil Baby, full on mouthful of fangs, gonna feed on human flesh. I'm talking shoot first, ask questions later. Whoa, and that is too hot to print, but that is the View from the Canyon. Look out, newsflash! Everybody's talking about the Golden Globes. What rhymes with golden more than Holden? That's right, dead tough guy actor William Holden reanimated by the North Koreans up there in the groovy trip-out commie Shangri-La. Where does it end? Nuclear weapons, starvation. Now these crazy gap-toothed hermits reanimating our own dead celebrities into a terrifying zombie army. Nothing's gonna stop them. That's why, hello, time to head out to the cemetery and start digging up the stars for some reanimation experiments of our own. Color me red, white, and blue. I'm talking zombie movie star Minutemen. We beat the Brits in the Revolution. Now let's go gorilla on Kim Jong-il. And that is the View from the Canyon. I'm Johnny O'Banion. Thanks for listening.
Wow, interesting. Quite a scoop there, Johnny O'Banion. Not going to read that in Variety. Variety is scared of the truth. Anyway, I just noticed that Joey's head has turned blue, and he's apparently been choking on a cocktail weenie and unable to get oxygen for the past 6 to 9 minutes. So Gator's going to perform a little Heimlich, probably crushing Joey's fragile bird-like chest in the process. We'll be right back.
I'm going to do a tracheotomy.
Martin Sargent's Infected is brought to you by Red Lobster.
Hey, motherfucker, you gonna eat your orange Ruffy? Get your fucking hands off me. I'm gonna go over the lobster tank.
Red Lobster, where the seafood bisque is so good, you can even eat it when you're high on meth.
Red Lobster for the seafood lover in you.
Infected. Okay, we're back. Well, Joey's brain damage from lack of oxygen seems to be only mildly disabling, so we're just going to push on here.
We just put a little spit-up bib on him.
Little Red Lobster. By the way, people, those Red Lobster bibs are not bulletproof. Don't hang out in the parking lot.
Don't linger in the parking lot, especially by the dumpsters.
Anyway, you know what I'm going to do in this new year, this 06? I'm going to get a job. Because thinking back on it, I sort of forgot to work in all of 2005.
That's a little oversight.
Kind of a lazy year for the Sarge. And you know what kind of job I'm going to get there, Gator?
What kind of job?
I'm going to get me a job as an internet millionaire.
That's a good choice.
Why the fuck not, right?
Yeah.
You know, all these other people are doing it, and quite frankly, it's pissing me off. Why can't I be an internet millionaire? Did you read about this kid who started this website called $1,000,000homepage.com? Little English cock taster made $1 million by selling like every pixel on the webpage for $1 each to advertisers. That's the kind of job I want in 06. Why didn't my guidance counselors in high school tell me that jobs like that existed?
They're trying to just keep it to themselves.
Oh, be a doctor, be a lawyer, be a TV star. Well, that didn't work out so well, did it? You know, there's a copycat site out there now. Talk about unethical cloning. This one, it's called buyitoff.com, where every time an advertiser buys a little more space on the site, more of this hot chick's clothes come off. I could do that job too.
We could do it with Joey.
We could do it with Joey.
Every time you buy something, a little piece of Joey's clothes come off.
Anyway, I need to come up with a simple, stupid idea to make me a millionaire overnight. Because once you take a year off of work, you can't go back. I can't work again. I can't imagine working again. I'd wilt. I can't do it. I'm screwed. And I'm not making any money off this podcast.
You could start a lemonade stand. Do a little... Why don't you start a yard service? You mow yards.
I can make I'm a good whittler. I could whittle things. I could make those birdhouses again.
You do soap carvings. You sell them on your website.
I actually got an idea to become an internet millionaire.
Shoot, what is it?
What do you think about this? Personalized porn. Personalized porn. Here's the idea. See, you take a bunch of pictures of yourself naked, fully erect, and you email them to Joey. So, and then what Joey does, he gets the things in his inbox, and Joey photoshops your body into the porn to make it look like you're the one nailing the chick. You understand me? Any chick you want. Pick your porn star. Any chick you want. And you're looking at it, and it's you nailing the chick. You're nailing Jenna Jameson. You're nailing Jessie Jane.
Do you think that would match up and work?
Yeah. Joey, you could do that, right? Technically capable of doing that. And then you don't even have to look at another dude when you're charming the cobra. You're looking at yourself.
Animal porn?
Do whatever you want. Joey will Photoshop you inserting your penis in anything. A piece of fruit.
A gourd.
A bird.
Some kind of raccoon.
A senator. Whatever you want. Is that a good idea?
I want to do porn of me banging somebody behind the dumpster at Red Lobster.
And that is going to have to do it for this edition of Infected.
Hey, wait,
by Martin Sargent.
Martin?
Yeah, Gator?
Before we stop, can you read us a story? One of those stories you tell?
You want a story?
Yeah.
All right, podcasters.
Martin, tell the one when you were a child, the one about those woods you played in?
All right, you want that old yarn again?
Yeah.
All right, real quick, Gator. As a child, I used to run and play in a 4-acre wood behind our family home. It was my private haven.
Yeah.
A place of magic and mystery, where every fallen tree was a fortress, every trickling brook a mighty river, and every briar patch a hideout for pirates and dragons.
Dragons.
It was in those woods that I first learned about the beauty of animals.
Animals.
The garter snakes sunning their sleek black bodies on rocks, the rabbits nibbling on the clover, the tiny finches that, when I sat very still, would light on the tiny branches and watch me in their darting wet black eyes. Then one day, while running through those woods, I came across a drifter type who was squatting under a fir tree taking a shit. "What the fuck are you looking at?" he yelled out as I passed. Well, after that, those woods kind of lost their magic for me, and a month or so later they were bulldozed to make room for a Target and a Long John Silver's. But by then, I was older, and getting into girls and cars and street drugs, so I didn't really care all that much. Point is, Gator, things change, but there's always something new around the corner. Things like women who will do new things to you, like please you with their mouths, and then, when you least expect it, slip a well-lubed finger up your ass. Now that's a surprise that changes you. Point is, life is a journey, and you should take the ride. Enjoy every new experience, like your first reach around in a massage parlor, or your first black chick. It's all so amazing. I don't miss those woods, Gator, and neither should you. There's too much more I want to explore, just outside my door. And that's what I'm gonna do right now. That's gonna be my 2006. So sleep well, podcasters, because that's the last line. Happy New Year.
Infected by Martin Sargent is infected. If you're still listening now, you are definitely infected, and you cannot be helped. But the only thing you can really do is keep listening to Infected. So we'll catch you next time on Infected. And we'll see you at Red Lobster.
Fuck you, motherfucker. Red Lobster rock!
Infected is written by Jay Speed, Martin Sargent, and Stewart Engesser. Joey Rabier on controls. For more, go to sargeworld.com.